Hi, it's Sam with Fat Girl's Journey to Wholeness. And I know I'm a little bit early. I said 11 a.m., but it's 11-ish. I like to be a little bit early just because I think that it's, a good way to live my life. I'm not late that way usually. Anyway, I wanted to bring up challenge number 3. And it is, what do you really want? Oftentimes I feel like we get caught up in the ideas of what we wanted when we were kids, or caught up in the idea of what other people want for us, or what we should want, and we sometimes lose focus of what it is that we actually do want. So when we are moving into this new year, and I had talked on New Year's Eve, I posted a video that said something along the lines of, I don't think about setting New Year's resolutions until after Christmas, and then I only have 1 week. That's not very fun. So I decided that this year I want to take the entire month of January to see what it is that I really want. And I invite you to join me in doing that. So how are we going to figure out what it is that we really want? Not what we want, not what we've wanted since we were little kids, and so therefore that's what we want today. Not what our spouse thinks that we should do, or our parents, or even our kids, but what is it that we want? One of the things that came to mind to me was when somebody asked me what my favorite animal was. And my go-to right away was an elephant, because I've loved an elephant ever since I was a little kid. And in that moment, I realized, while I still enjoy elephants, I think they're awesome, I'm more drawn to a giraffe now. I mean, it's kind of silly, but that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. When we say that we want something, that our ultimate goal is to find a great job, have the job that we've dreamed of our entire lives, lose weight, whatever it is, then is that really what you want? Or is it what you've been telling yourself all these years and that you've been programmed to want? So that's the question. So here's the challenge, the way to make it clear so that we know what it is that we actually want. I am challenging myself and everyone else to spend a minimum of 5 minutes every day focused on what they want, what their vision for themselves is. Now, if it is something different every single day, that's okay. But here's the challenge. Spend a minimum of 5 minutes doing that, thinking about what it is that you want, what your vision for your life is, and then just simply jot it down. If you want to spend more than 5 minutes, that's great. You'll have a really clear vision. But if you don't have a whole lot of time, or you feel like you don't have a whole lot of time, then simply take 5 minutes a day. That's easy. We can do it, right? Maybe that's 5 minutes waiting in your car before you go into work. Maybe that's 5 minutes just before you get out of bed. Maybe that's 5 minutes right after you eat dinner and you're just sitting at the table, letting everything process from your day. Whatever it is, take that 5 minutes to determine what your true desires are for your life. Then just simply write down each day what it was. If it was, if it was to lose weight on Monday, great. That's my vision for my life. And then Tuesday, it's to be happy, okay? Number 3, third day, my true desire, my true want in my life is to play music. Fine. So each day it's going to be different, and that's fine. But by the end of the 30 days, or by the end of the month, you should have a few things that were repeated. Those are your true goals. Those are the things that you're really wanting to accomplish in your life. And I heard on Good Morning America, I think yesterday, that people who set New Year's resolutions I can't remember the percentage, but it was a huge number of people have abandoned them by January 15th. And that's crazy to me to think that, you know, people have set forth goals for themselves and then in 15 days they're like, check it. So that's why I think it's so important to have something that you truly desire in your life. So that's the challenge. Spend 5 minutes every day just simply evaluating what you want in your life, what your true desires are, and what your goals are, so that you have a clear vision of what it is that you want. Then we'll start talking about how to implement those things and how to bring those changes about and how to start accomplishing those things that you want. I'm really excited this month. Next week, in fact, I will be interviewing someone. Her name is Krista Switzer. She's on Facebook. She has gone through a transformation process in the last couple of years that is amazing. And I'm so proud of her. And she's made some big changes in her life, and it's a really big deal. So next week, I'm going to talk with her about her life, how it's changed, the things that she did, and the things that maybe she wishes she would have done differently as she's embarking on a new project in her life, and she's starting a business, and she's, you know, just gone through a lot of changes. So she's a pretty amazing gal, and that's going to be next week. But remember, this month, every single day, 5 minutes, 5 minutes focusing on what it is that you really want, on what you want your goals to really be. And I see Heather on here. Hey, she has a great group called Vision Boarding with Heather Larson. That's a cool thing. You know, a lot of people do the vision boarding. For me, I just don't have the access to publications to like cut out the pictures of what I want. So for me, it's so much easier to just go within and see what it is that I want and write down that list. But the problem with that is, and I know there's a problem to it, the problem with that is if I don't write it down, then I lose track. So that's why this challenge is so important. So every day, 5 minutes, write down what it is that you really want. One thing, what your focus was in that 5 minutes. And then next month, we will start talking about how we're going to implement those things and how. Thank you, Heather. I do make a list. That's just what we're talking about. So we are going to be doing this all month long, and then we'll get back to it. But be sure and tune in next week for the interview with Krista Switzer as she is embarking on some new challenges in her life. So take really good care of yourselves, and remember, always find something to love. I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.